The United Kingdom is famous all around the world for its kings and queens. For more than 1,000 years, their stories have shaped the nation. From great battles to royal weddings, from powerful rulers to tragic ones, the history of the British monarchy is full of drama, adventure, and change. Let's take a journey through time and explore the amazing story of the UK's kings and queens. Long ago, Britain was ruled by tribes. Then the Romans came in 1943 AD, building cities and roads. But after they left, new rulers came from Europe, the Saxons and Vikings. One of the first great English kings was Alfred the Great. He fought against the Vikings and worked to unite England. Later, King Edward the Confessor became famous, but when he died, a battle for the crown began. In 1066, a man from France, William the Conqueror, invaded England. He defeated King Harold at the Battle of Hastings and became the new king. William built strong castles, like the Tower of London, to keep control. The Normans brought new laws, new language, and a strong monarchy. Kings like Henry I and Henry II expanded royal power. But Henry II's family also faced trouble. His son, Richard the Lionheart, went on crusades, while his other son, King John, became so unpopular that he was forced to sign the Magna Carta in 1215. This was the first step towards democracy in Britain. Over the next centuries, England saw many wars and struggles for power. The 100 Years' War against France made heroes like Joan of Arc famous, but also gave England strong kings like Edward III and Henry V. Yet at home, the monarchy was not safe. Families fought for the crown in a bloody conflict called the Wars of the Roses. Finally, a new family, the Tudors, took the throne. The Tudors are one of the most famous royal families in British history. Henry VII became king after winning the Wars of the Roses. His son, Henry VIII, is remembered for having 6 wives and breaking away from the Catholic Church. Henry's daughter, Elizabeth I, became one of England's greatest queens. She never married and was called the Virgin Queen. Under her rule, England grew powerful, explorers discovered new lands, and writers like William Shakespeare made history. After Elizabeth I died in 1603, the crown passed to the Stuarts. King James I united England and Scotland under one monarch. He also gave us the famous King James Bible. But his son, Charles I, clashed with Parliament. This led to the English Civil War. Charles I was executed in 1649, the first and only English king to be killed by his own people. For a short time, Britain had no king. But soon the monarchy returned with Charles II, known as the Merry Monarch. Later, James II was removed from power in the Glorious Revolution, and William and Mary ruled together, sharing power with Parliament. In the 1700s, the crown went to the Hanover family from Germany. These were the Georgian kings, George I, George II, George III, and George IV. George III ruled for a long time but lost the American colonies after the American War of Independence. During this time, Britain became an industrial and world power. London grew, science advanced, and Britain started to look like the modern country we know today. In 1837, Queen Victoria became queen. She ruled for more than 60 years, one of the longest reigns in history. The Victorian age was a time of great change. The British Empire grew to cover a quarter of the world. Trains, factories, and inventions changed daily life. Victoria herself became a symbol of family and duty. When her husband, Prince Albert, died, she wore black for the rest of her life. She became known as the grandmother of Europe because her children married into royal families across the continent. After Queen Victoria, her son Edward VII took the throne, starting the Edwardian era. Then came George V, who ruled during World War I. After him, there was a crisis when King Edward VIII gave up the throne in 1936 to marry an American woman, Wallis Simpson. His brother became King George VI, who led Britain during World War II. He was loved for his courage and his strong partnership with Winston Churchill. In 1952, Queen Elizabeth II became queen. She ruled for 70 years, the longest reign in British history. She was respected all over the world for her dedication, calmness, and service. Her reign saw huge changes, from the end of the empire to the rise of modern technology and culture. In 2022, she passed away, and her son, Charles, became King Charles III. Today, the monarchy continues, though its role is mostly ceremonial. Still, the stories of kings and queens remain a powerful part of British identity. The history of the UK's kings and queens is more than just royal crowns and castles. It is the story of battles, revolutions, traditions, and change. From William the Conqueror to Queen Elizabeth II, each monarch has left their mark on history. And even today, the world still looks to Britain, curious and fascinated by the royal family's story. This is the tale of the UK's kings and queens, a story that continues to this very day.